Hello there and welcome to Technophile. Today I'm here to show you the very first tablet that OPPO has launched in India, the OPPO Pad Air. And I'm here to give you a ton of details about the tablet that will help you decide whether this is something that you should be buying or not. So keep watching. So first, let's take a look at the design details. The tablet is actually super lightweight, weighing in about around 440 grams. It is very thin overall, and I love how easy it is to carry around. The display is 10.36 inches, and if you ask me, I find it to be pretty much the ideal size if you're looking for a tablet to watch a lot of content on. There's this lovely texture on the top panel at the back, which OPPO calls the Sunset Dune texture. It really does add some amount of uniqueness to a tablet, which is otherwise just grey all over. And you have the hardware buttons, the volume rocker and the power button right around the corner from each other. Pretty easy to access whenever you need them. Now you can see that the tablet has a camera at the back. This is an 8 megapixel camera. The camera at the front, bang in the middle of the screen on portrait mode, is a 5 megapixel camera. As expected, the quality of still images with the rear camera was pretty okay, pretty decent, but also had a lot of grains. Not something that you would use to take pictures of extremely great quality. The front camera is something I did use during online meetings, and it actually comes with like a retouch mode on by default, which I'm not a big fan of, but that is something that might actually appeal to a lot of you who might want somewhat of a filter on when you attend meetings or webinars. I actually use this tablet to binge watch a couple of seasons of The Crown, and I love the experience. One thing that really took me by surprise is this tablet has quad speakers and supported by Dolby Atmos. The quality of the audio is actually really engaging. I almost always use my earbuds to listen to media on any smartphone or tablet, but I totally did not miss that while using audio on this very tablet. Watching media itself was a pretty good experience. The tablet has a IPS LCD screen, which means it does offer pretty decent viewing angles in case you and a friend or a family member are watching something together. This will definitely help you do that. We did try out some reading as well. I was catching up on Verity by Colin Hoover, and what was especially useful was turning on the black and white mode that comes built in the system, and it pretty much is like reading on a massive Kindle or a pretty big e-reader. We tried out some gaming, and in Real Racing 3, for example, the graphics rendered pretty well. There was very, very minimal stuttering, and for casual gaming, this is definitely something that the tablet supports and is also a pretty immersive experience on. The operating system on the OPPO Pad Air is OPPO's proprietary Color OS. It has the latest version, and one of the best things about it, it doesn't have a lot of jarring, overwhelming animations, and kind of manages to keep things simple visually. It does support a lot of multitasking, so you actually can have floating windows in one corner while you watch something or write something on a bigger window. Another aspect that was really useful was having the split screen mode. So for example, sometimes when I was attending a meeting on Google Meet and simultaneously needed to refer to some documents on Google Drive, I was easily able to do that with the split screen mode, which divides the screen equally into two parts and access two different applications. So that was pretty useful. The tablet ships with a Snapdragon 680 8-core processor and comes with 4 GB RAM, which can be virtually expanded by another 3 GB, which means you don't have to worry much about the tablet slowing down while multitasking. And it definitely did not in my experience when I had a lot of windows on and running at the same time. Switching between different apps was a breeze. No real issues or lags there. And one thing, again, that was pretty impressive is whatever we used the applications and for however long, for example, gaming, watching movies, there were absolutely zero heating issues with the tablet. So that's definitely a big win for OPPO Pad Air. The unit that I got for review comes with 64 GB internal storage, and if you needed more, you can always go for the variant which comes with the 128 GB storage. You do have the option of extending memory by up to another 512 MB with the micro SD card slot that comes built in. The OPPO Pad Air comes with a 7100 mAh battery, and that is enough to keep me gaming for an unhealthy amount of time or watching videos for way long than I would otherwise on a work day. And I'm really hoping my boss skips this part. On the days that we used it very lightly, maybe 1 or 2 hours of usage with video and some writing or reading, the tablet did go on for about a maximum of 3 days without sort of dying down. However, on the days that I did sort of binge watch or game quite a bit, I think it went on for about 7.5 hours before I had to plug it in. And finally, we're down to the 2 big questions. What's the price, and is the price justified? Now, the OPPO Pad Air comes in 2 variants, and this is how much they cost. The Pad Air actually gets a lot of things right when it comes to being an affordable tablet. It offers pretty good real estate on screen. It offers a pretty good viewing experience, a great listening experience, and packs in enough battery to actually last you for a good chunk of the day without dying on you. If these things don't make a pretty great tablet to be buying, especially at this price range, I don't know what does. So if you've been looking for a tablet mainly to consume a lot of media, read your books, watch your movies, TVs, and maybe even create a bit of writing or studying even, then this might be the tablet you might want to check out. What are your thoughts on the OPPO Pad Air? Have you already tried it out? And if you have, then please leave your experiences in the comments. If you have any questions about the tablet, please drop in a comment below and follow Business Line for more such interesting content.